Hello, Internet. Welcome back to this your stream, Manco Power, and I'm your host, Eclipse051, and we are here playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you enjoy the stream. Let's jump right into it. We boot up our computer, and we don't have a new. Huh. Let's do something. Settings. No, it wasn't settings. Hold on. I could change the 3. Hold on. Oh, great. I don't have video. Why is this not capturing? Oh, auto. This is interesting. Even though I have it set up, it's not really taking it. Well, this is the best setup that I can come up with. Okay, so let's see. We already did. So let's check on the files. Attributions 327.52. Characters. We have Monica, Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri. Save game. We have 2 files. Poem words. Sayori winning words. Happiness, sadness, death. Tragedy, alone, love, adventure. Sweet, excitement. Fireworks, romance, tears, depression, heart. Marriage. Marriage. Hold on, where is it? Friendship, shame, fear, rain cloud, calm, music, lucky, misfortune. Man, she has a lot of words. Memories. Scripts. Unable to open scripts. Okay. Internal. Insecure directory. This is a scratched disk. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need access to this file or encrypted file shared, copy them to your disposable drive and plug it directly into the thin client. Do not copy them here. VI is working on setting up a proxy. Okay, then we have backups, MIDI notes, update, development timeline, new task, test cases for new genetic model, server time, optimization idea, automatic data collection, data migration, roadblock, idea for data reach type.
Ese juego no de hombre, ese juego no de hombre.
VM environment changes, persistent variable temping, parsing through parameters, no excitement. Yo sé que te gusta. Through key set map. Okay. Copy this. CLI. Okay. So let's jump into it. Let's see. This is day 2. this game is not suitable for children. Okay, so we are in our save. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the classroom, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Lux Farrell. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you are in a good mood today. Hehe. I'm just still not sure. I'm not used to being in the club at that all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fuddles the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and let it contents spilled onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Oh, vividora. Oh, she wants a free meal. That's what it is. Why don't you ask? I knew it. Yeah, I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought the snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spend all your money so that I would lend you some money. But there's one more thing. You are always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Oh, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Lux Farrell to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mysterious little stunt like that, you suffering is fair enough retribution. Huh? Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too upset into my book. I really like it. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but It's fun. It's a fun side of your. That's. There's no way you could. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. What? The revolution? Retribution? That. Still, coming from Yuri, from you, Sayuri, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that. Give me some more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Oh, yeah? Oh, what was, a cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glanced around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Is it because I paid my retribution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Gee, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Gee, beggars can be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and gets behind Natsuki, then wrapped her arm around her. Sheesh. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori's of her head. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometime. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Asuka glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her from being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Of course she is okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica choose the club over her boyfriend after all? You are so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quickly glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Oh, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You will have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since it was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better. Once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I will also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Luxferro. Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappears into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I will feel bad for distancing her from reading. I got a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be in the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Oh, those are those are hard to handle. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, uh, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Ooh, there's all right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves into her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. I wonder if that's a real book. That would be interesting. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of story, a sort of things, Luxura? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories. So don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She is so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonists, they are made out of what? They are made out to be naive ones for letting their own side morals interfere with the. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Playing a game.
It sounds like you're talking a lot.
I'm reading
Reading what?
the storyline.
Really?
Yeah. They have no voice, so I have to make up the voice.
Don't you just read silently to yourself?
I'm in a stream. They're made out of the naive one for letting their own side morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. Is a literature club after all. Ah, that's well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Ah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Hmm. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped into the seat next to Yuri's. Yep. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Uh, alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It is as if I can feel her presence over my shoulders as I read. It is not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she is reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just, Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, Yuri takes her left hand and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ooh. I do the same with my right hand on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flip to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It is as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page? Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I will be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri is no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it to my own volition. I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side of as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little. You think so? How does she... Well, I guess she is more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. like she's afraid she will do something wrong. It is not like I can see into your head or anything, but they are kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerism. I I see. Hmm. You remain silent for a moment. But looks Pharaoh, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Um, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that or sort of things. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Huh? I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah, you exhale, spare from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Ah, it's not. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I will do more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Huh? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I will read a little more tonight. It will be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first two chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up, make a mental note of where I left in the book, then slip back into my bag. Who should I share my poem first? So let's go with, hold up, Yuri's highlighted. What's Yuri highlighted? Okay, so let's go with Monica first. Hi again, let's go. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. What? Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Lux Pharaoh. I was going all in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Metaphorical. Oh my god, I have a problem. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It is easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ah, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Those are really good. I like those books. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, but allowing people to get something out of just by feeling or letting them deeply analyze all of the nonsense. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. By the way, I want to read. You want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, let's see. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless canopy of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grunting waveform, quaking, squeaking, piercing, sine, cosine, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing chalkboard on a turntable, like playing vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they are trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what is it about though. Sometimes asking what poems it's about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you will find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Oh, that's true. Wait. Is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I should save this. You're right. Oh, I can save. What? Save. So let's save it right here. So Yuri is no longer. So let's go with Sayori. Oh, I like this one, Luxero. It has some nice feeling in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like the bow. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Huh? Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want me to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you are always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I will try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things to have a happy thing that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud the little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori's, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Luxero. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay. Bottles. I pop off my scalp. What? Like the lid of a cookie jar. It is the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside my thumb and forefinger and plunk one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lost of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my finger goes, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some room, some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friend. And there they come in such a hurry. Don't they want my bottles that much? I frankly put them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to reach and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters. Again, the little between my fingers, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They are all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. I love Mother Humper. Grace. What? Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming out from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. Oh, I love Monte Antonio. I love Monte right? Hello, Antonio. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this. I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it. No more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those things. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I do next? So I have Yuri and Natsuki. Let's do Natsuki first. I'll let Yuri be the last one. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poems from yesterday. You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around dead weight. Huh? That's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of the other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Amy likes spider. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icy, wrinkling, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart will pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't hurt any. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yes. Today was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, this message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like everyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks. That doesn't matter. I can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out. They will make fun of you, think less of you, but that just makes people stupid. Who cares what people like as long as they are not hunting anyone and makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of the other people can too. If what I do best after all. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that? I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow. So look forward to it. Okay, last one, Yuri. Oh yeah, I let the last one, best one for last. Let's see what you have been writing for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Looks fair. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thought. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience for her. Yep. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you have never shared your writing before? You're nuts. Really? I don't believe you. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, you're nuts. Oh. Even your close friends? He really doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you, the raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuffling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a what? As a what? As a more human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my suspicions well aware of the consequences, all aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting slice knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon what? The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistened in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I sliced the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that he has gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread and I feel myself again. Is she slicing? I don't think she's slicing. I think she's doing something to the raccoon. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imaginary and conveying emotions through them. Yep, if I take face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that's different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel for me, to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoyed writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry. I've no reason to. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing with me. After all, I haven't learned to embrace my own weirdness. I could probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you are a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we are actually going to be doing for even. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We are going to be performing? Monica? Yeah, we are going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us, you're going to choose a poem and retrieve during the event. But the cool part is that also going to the least anyone else come up and receive the poem too. Sayori's putting on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who was being coloring posters, hold up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't you already start putting those posters up? Did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that's a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm getting to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. No, Sayori. I understand where they are coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of weeks. It looked to ask what? It's a lot to ask them to receive their poems out of salt hall room full of people. Yep. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give. I think we should give it our best shot. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each puts in a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same thing. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yep, it's about experiencing your feeling, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's good. And it's those reasons that we are all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find some feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all takes standing in front of the room of 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. Looks fair, I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Really deject the glance around at everyone else, expecting a face. Sigh. I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect it to do it in front of a stranger? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flipped through her notebook to the specific poem she has in her mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotions behind each line in the verse. Bring the worst to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply natural? I glance around. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was hoping to see a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next, says Yuri. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hand and the stand. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over the podium. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. The poem is called Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Christmas Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her book. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that this enunciates with a perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she finishes. Everyone's stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins afterwards, and we gave Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like it's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair, cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Ah, sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easy? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it will come out of the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives me a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poem. It's like I get to reach more deeply into the someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even looks feral like it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But I might be that other poem wouldn't work quite as well with the kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing in that thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everybody. Everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Lux Pharaoh. It's like I can compare to your guys anyway. Might as well let Lux Pharaoh lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your ability and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yep, I'm gone. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called Why Are You All Looking at Me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts the poem, her sore attitude disappears a little, while she is still
Dice Monster Hunter Rise
a
al
little.
stream.
¿Cómo fue?
Dice Monster Hunter Rise al stream.
¿Dice Monster Hunter? No. No relaje.
No relajo.
Joder. Y ya lo vi. Qué joda. Se me olvidó tumbar. Ah, qué pendejo. Déjame cambiar el nombre, dame un segundo. Ver tu canal. Ah, qué pendejo. ¿Cómo lo hago para cambiarlo? Editar video. Sí, se me pasó eso. Doki Doki. Ok, ya lo corregí. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You be better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think I would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you will be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you are putting in all of this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write a poem for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far. So I will be I would like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Tomorrow is the big day. I can't wait. I can't do this. I can't do this. All right. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I will do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Looks like you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Luxfer. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori is being a little quieter, than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to. Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on a spot here. So let's see. This is what. So Monica said to pay attention to this and save before, because I may want to change my answer. So let's save it here. Let's go back. So save it here. I'll walk home with Yuri. I will still walk home with Sayori. Yuri or Sayori? What should I say? Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that makes my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I will feel awful turning her down. So, isn't she so beautiful and smart? That's nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Geesh. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. Come on, you're my friend. You're my buddy. But if there's something that makes her happy, I will hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, so now let's see. Doki Doki. Oh, really? Let's see. Vertigo, Hurt, Nibble, Playground, Dream, Fireflies, Fantasy, Whisper, Electricity, Memories, Fun, Flower, Peace, Melancholy, Secretive, Misery, Twirl, Disaster, Heart. I don't know. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Okay, I have to quit for here. I'm gonna leave it here for today. Let's see if we can follow up. Oh, it did autosave. So the autosave should work. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here. Let's exit. Oh, we got a new side story. truth, understanding. So we watched the truth and now understanding. So that's gonna be for the next one. And new pictures. What's the new picture? Okay, the new poem. Yep, the new poem. And we have Yuri reading a poem. And oh, we have a new one. Hold on. This is a Valentine's Day. It's a promo. Okay. So sketches. We have new sketches, a new background, and we have a new. I think I like this one. Let's put this one as yep. Now we have this one. Okay, let's leave it here, guys, and I'll catch up with you on the next stream tomorrow.